The Soldati Prince, Soldati Hearts, Book 1. Written by Charlie Cochet. Narrated by Gary Furlong. Chapter 1. Who would be slaughtered next? Riley studied his prey, his eyes narrowed and focused on his first potential victim before he moved his gaze to the next one. He had to choose. Or did he? He curled his lips into a wicked grin. Who said he couldn't have both? Sorry, fellas. Looks like you're out of luck. Riley stuffed the remaining slice of lemon cake into his mouth and moaned in delight as the frosting melted on his tongue. God, these were so freaking good. He washed it down with a frothy cappuccino he'd made while cashing out the register. Once the lemon cake was no more, he moved on to the old-fashioned glazed donut. He could never choose between the two. The cafe's front doors opened, and Riley swallowed the remainder of his donut. He took a quick sip of coffee before addressing the two men in dark jackets and jeans. Hey, guys, I'm really sorry, but we're closed. Hadn't he locked the door? He was pretty sure he'd locked the door. Maybe he should have been paying more attention to his closing duties and less to stuffing his face. It wasn't like his manager, Clara, minded if he took the leftovers home. Getting rid of the remaining stock at the end of the day was one of his many responsibilities at Tiger Tail's Cafe. If he had to eat a few tasty cakes in order to perform his duty, well, he was willing to make that sacrifice. The men came toward the counter and Riley straightened. Maybe they were tourists? Riley motioned politely to the door. I'm sorry, we're closed. Tomorrow. We open tomorrow. Are you Riley Murrough? So much for tourists. Riley eyed them warily. Yeah. Can I help you guys with something? His gut twisted, and he casually removed his orange and black apron. The taller of the two smiled, his lips spreading and curling freakishly far up the sides of his face, before his mouth opened wide, releasing a horrific, gurgling shriek. Holy fuck! Riley reeled. What the hell? The glass display case shattered, followed by the shop's windows and doors. The shriek intensified, forcing Riley to cover his ears, the noise piercing his skull. A black, tar-like goo leaked from the men's eyes and ears, their faces elongating and contorting, their skin growing veiny and ashen. Riley had no idea what he was seeing, but he wasn't sticking around to find out. He'd watched enough horror movies in his lifetime to know that not hauling ass when freaky stuff happened got you dead. He tossed the apron at their faces and bolted toward the back of the cafe, forgetting about the trash bags he was supposed to have taken out half an hour ago. He tripped over a bag and hit the linoleum tiles hard. Oh my God, he was that guy! Behind him, the men, or whatever the hell they were, appeared, their eyes nothing but hollow sockets. The putrid smell of decay and filth made Riley gag, and he scrambled to his feet, covering his mouth to keep from throwing up. The smell made his eyes water, and he tried his best to breathe through his mouth as he threw open the side door to find the alley plunged into near darkness. The lights had worked just fine last night when he closed. What the hell was going on? Riley's attempt to make it to the street was quickly thwarted by the appearance of another shadowy figure. Maybe it was a regular guy and not some decomposing monster. Riley considered asking him for help, but the man began oozing the same black tar-like substance as the others. Nope. Riley spun on his heels and bolted down the alley, hoping to get to the other side of the street. He was halfway there when he made the mistake of looking up. Oh, Jesus. He skidded to a halt, his heart leaping into his throat as terrifying creatures that resembled corpses in various stages of putrefaction scurried down the sides of the brick buildings like roaches. What the hell were they? Oh, God. Had it finally happened? Was this the zombie apocalypse? He wasn't prepared. There wasn't nearly enough toilet paper in his apartment for an apocalypse. They came out from the shadows, from trash cans and from the very ground itself, shrieking and hissing, fangs dripping with tar, eye sockets empty voids, and long mouths emitting a rancid stench. Riley turned, but they closed in on him from every direction. This couldn't be happening. Snatching up a discarded trash can lid, Riley held it out in front of him. It seemed like an absurd move, but nothing about this whole situation was normal. Where were all the people? At this time of night, there were usually plenty of foot traffic, people heading home from work or on their way to dinner. Riley hadn't seen one person walk by. He was on his own.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?